Row, it really should be the bread and butter for so many teams now, Jason. One of the most popular maps and one of the most well-liked maps by players in the game. It's going to be Rogue defending in the blue, and Lunatic-hai will be on the attack here. Let's see what they can bring.
All right, so we're going to see the Rogue, as I say, we're going to see the Reaper and the May. Pretty standard for Rogue, though they do have a step beyond this. They know how well and how impactful McCree can be when it comes to battling against this. And Lunatic-hai switch things up. They're not going for a Reaper, but instead they're using a Roadhog.
Very tanky lineup here as well, and Rogue can read into this one now. They can see what they're bringing. AKM's going to be on that Reaper here as well, so perfect to really burst through this tank line, this big chunky lineup that Lunatic-hai are bringing in now. Rogue not giving Lunatic-hai too much room to move here. You can see the AKM's more than happy to peek in and out there and just get a little bit aggressive. He trusts that he's got the backup of his team, but already a nano boost coming out from Hong here. It's going to be Dean coming forward. The Reinhardt getting aggressive. Unco falls down. There was no one to protect him, and how can you protect someone against a Reinhardt who's going off like that? Blizzard comes in though. That's going to be laid down, but Vic falls here. Now it's going to be Nox and Winds that have to whittle down the entire lineup of Lunatic-hai. It's not possible, surely, but Nox gets himself too. Now Wins is going to be in trouble, going to be pushed up. Nice charge from Dean to finish him off.
And Wins might have been able to do it when they're all frozen. The problem is he had no energy to work with. He had no damage. From that, Lunatic-hai were able to survive during the entirety of that one and take the first point on the first try. Most importantly, they save the nano boost, use it onto Dean, who was at about 50% on his Earth Shatter, gets the full charge off, and he could have used it during the fight, but they realized we're going to win it anyways, so he's going to use that ultimate, transition it into this next phase, especially with how aggressive Rogue is holding, and try to take the street phase really quickly.
It was great target focus by LH as well. The first two plays to fall were AKM and Unco there. That's the core of Rogue's team right now. So they're getting aggressive though. This is confidence here from the European side. They're pushing forward. See Reinforce having to get healed up a little bit now. The Blizzard's going to be coming in here. You can see that, yeah, Lunatic-hai going to lay that one down there. AKM's going to be able to back out. So no one's going to be frozen solid. But the Earth Shatter comes in here as well. It's all been set up still. AKM gets on towards Litajun now, and Dean being knocked back, put to sleep as well. I don't think I've ever seen a Reaper stand still while sleeping, but that's AKM for you.
He's like a horse. He sleeps standing up.
Here we go, though. He's going to come in with the Death Blossom here. Surely the shield's going to protect him for the most part, but now, of course, he's going to come on towards AKM, getting aggressive, coming forward, getting caught out. Esker manages to find him with a nice spike, but still Lunatic-hai struggling to build up momentum, and the wall comes up for Rogue.
Yeah, Rogue's just going to have to back away. The fact that they lost some of the key targets there, AKM going down, the big damage that they're going to need. They have to left. Lunatic-hai gets some ground here, but look to fight with the help of the Blizzard that Tvic's going to have. Reinforce hasn't really had the opportunity to really do too much. Earth Shatter, I don't think really connected. That wall completely zoning off an entire part of the map. Litajun has the opportunity to get on the high ground here and catch Lunatic-hai off guard.
You can see the shield there as well. You can actually damage the shield through the wall if it pokes through, if I'm not mistaken. Now Tvic has himself a Blizzard here. Charge comes in as well. The Death Blossom going to be coming surely from Litajun. He doesn't need it actually. He just got nano boost to try to go with the Hellfire shotguns alone. It's not enough though. AKM has switched over towards McCree here to deal with this combination of the May and the Reaper. And so far, working out. But Tvic has a little bit of work now to do. The legwork needs to come from this man. He does get the freeze up and now falls back. A good Blizzard from Esker there as well. Tough for Rogue to get out of this one. And AKM won't be able to escape. Now Ice Spike's coming in towards Unco. He needs to try and keep himself alive. And Esker forced in towards Ice Form. It's going to be another Earth Shatter coming down. Lunatic-hai just don't stop.
And since when do you ever see a Blizzard used on its own to help pick up that many kills to get, was it 2 or 3 freezes? You typically need to see a wall or an Earth Shatter or something to help assist into this one. Rogue just getting caught too far out. And AKM, they have adapted, so they see the Reaper, they see the May, they're going to play McCree. They've told us all about this and how well it works out against us, but we haven't seen it just yet. It looks like Esker's been able to adapt pretty well in the May and play a little bit of a different style.
Well, AKM got frozen in that Blizzard there as well. It was placed really well by Esker, so I couldn't do anything about it. Graviton, so just so many ice walls up here as well. It's hard to see the wood for the trees, as it were. But so far, Lunatic-hai, this aggression, they're catching Rogue off guard, and Rogue can't solidify. They can't establish anything. Oh no, Litajun going towards the backline here. He doesn't go for the Death Blossom quite yet because he doesn't need it. He's going to go for Unco, gets the melee in. And Rogue, where are they? They're nowhere to be seen, and Lunatic-hai just keep coming and coming.
And look at this. Litajun's going to be very careful about this one, saving the Death Blossom, like you pointed out, for the next fight. If he can shut them down here, Lunatic-hai can have a fantastic time put on the board. They need to be careful. If Litajun comes in from the side and effectively gets his ultimate off, you can say goodbye to Rogue in the first map.
Blizzard coming down again. Look how far Esker's throwing it forward. This forces Rogue back. They can't really contest the payload now, and AKM needs to make this Deadeye work. He gets one. It's going to be Mirror to fall down. Now a flash to follow it up. Dean is still alive. He keeps the shield up there, and the Biotic Grenade helps keep him alive. Esker is an absolute machine. He takes down AKM, and it's going to be also Reinhardt reinforced to fall. There it is. Lunatic-hai, a very strong start, and Rogue may not know exactly what they're messing with.
Wow, Hong on the Ana. His positioning again, you saw that Rogue wasn't even able to contest him, wasn't able to send anyone to the backline. You have a McCree, yes. McCree can do decent well against an Ana, but the problem when you have a Reinhardt in front of you protecting him, you have a Zarya as well, and you have to worry about a Reaper who's constantly jumping on top of you. They couldn't take the Ana out of the situation. It was able to get a ton of healing off at the end. I would love to see like his healing per second he's able to accomplish at the end of this one, but Lunatic-hai coming in probably as the underdogs. I don't know if you would have fully agree with that. We would assume underdogs.
Absolutely,
but just completely smashing Rogue on the first map.
I don't know. I mean, Rogue have got now it's serious mode. We've been chatting with the guys over the last few days. You know, despite not really knowing exactly what they'd be walking into here, they were confident. They had an air of blasé-ness about them. But it's time now to pull your socks up and get your act together here, because 3 minutes and 41 seconds or whatever it was for Lunatic-hai in the time bank after the attack, that is something that is not easy to pull off on this map now as well. Tvik normally the serious one of this team, so he usually manages to get them sorted out when required. Lunatic-hai are so aggressive, and they are so good at being able to make the correct decisions while doing it on the fly. They didn't give Rogue a chance to establish any sort of groundwork, any sort of control after the first point was taken. They were constantly on the back foot.
It was the ult management out of Lunatic-hai that was really surprising and so well done. We saw Dean have Earthshot available, being nano boosted into the first point. Instead of using it, they know they can win the fight. They're going to save those ultimates to transition into a clean second phase, and they did this time and time again. You saw Reaper, played by Rouge Hong, didn't even use Death Blossom when he jumped towards the back line. Sorry, it was Yitejun. It's really hard for me to get those names, I apologize. Jumped into the back line, didn't even use it because he knew they could win the fight with just 2 people. You can kill them with the nano boost, save the Death Blossom into the next fight, and know you can transition that into the completion of 3:41 left on the board.
Well, it is time now for Rogue to get in gear. It's going to be Tvik on the Hanzo to start with there. We kind of knew that would be happening here. He needs to get himself a couple picks to start things off. It's going to be no Roadhog here. It's going to be AKM instead playing on that Reaper. So Tvik getting a bit aggressive coming forward now. There's a wall in the way. It's going to go very close indeed for the scatter shot here, but Wins is getting sort of focused down a little bit. Good healing coming in though from Unko to keep him alive, but Dean finds reinforce early on. It's traded back here and back and forth. Wins is going to fall ultimately after taking down a Demon. Tvik has a lot of work to do here. He's losing teammates. Nox tries to back away and is caught, and Rogue pushed straight out the front gate.
75% ultimate. AKM at 80%. Like, that's a huge lead for them. You look compared to the other side, you do have Eska with the Blizzard available. Rouge Hong does have that Blizzard. But I wonder if he's going to be able to put the Blizzard in a decent position. Not to mention the Nano Boost put it onto Dean like we saw before on the initial attack. It'd be extremely deadly. Eska, I'm surprised he's challenging onto Vic here. I mean, just one shot in the head can completely eliminate him and take one ultimate out of the equation.
Yeah, well, confidence perhaps there. Tvik, got to be careful there. Those darts are coming in, taking him a little bit low. Luckily, he's got Unko constantly to heal him. But now he does have the Dragon Strike available here. It might be time to use it, but Wins needs to charge up his Graviton Surge to guarantee good damage to come from that ult. Still, Dean getting picked off. It's going to be reinforced to find him now, and Tvik just trying to get himself in under the skin of LH. Be able to spring from wherever he needs to now. That's a Blizzard coming in though, and Tvik might have to spring into action now. He finds Toby early on, but it's going to be the Blizzard. He sees it off in the distance, but he's going to try and deal with Litajun. He finds him early on, but it's just him on his own. It's just Tvik right now. The rest of his team's already been pushed away. Eventually, Eska finally realizes where the arrows are coming from, and he's able to be kept alive here. And well, it's going to be Tvik put to sleep.
If actually Eska can't get this kill, if Tvik's able to secure this one, he knows he's coming, this could be huge, because not to mention with him already going down, but with too many people there, it's not going to actually have a chance. As if he can pick up the skills, they actually could push in successfully, but Lunatic-hai, they're holding strong. 2 minutes left to go here for Rogue just to capture the first point, but look at these ultimates they have. They have that death combo of Graviton Surge and Dragon Strike. Let's just see if they can set it up correctly.
Lunatic-hai have been saving their ults as well. Neither team's really been using them right now, so this could be a very messy fight. It's going to be the nano moves coming in to start with. It's reinforced finding Eska. That's a very important target to go for. AKM coming with the Death Blast. A bit of overkill maybe with the Dragon Strike through, but it's definitely pretty to look at. Now AKM is in a perfect position to come from behind, get the shots in now. Cleverly enough there, Rouge Hong able to avoid him for a little bit of time, but Rogue finally break through. It's at the expense though of all 5 ultimates they had charged up.
I think that was maybe just a little bit of frustration out of Rogue. The fact they've been stopped and they didn't really expect to. I know in scrims they've been able to beat teams like SKG and they're feeling fairly confident coming into this, but that was a struggle. And considering how quickly that first half went for Lunatic-hai on the attack, I think they're feeling the heat. I think they're feeling the pressure.
Well, 5 ultimates burnt in that fight. Perhaps some unnecessarily there as well. We'll have to see, because, I mean, Rogue could definitely use this later on. Oh, this could be quite scary. Now, Litajun doesn't actually have himself an ult. He's actually spotted out, but he takes down Tvik anyway. Tvik wasn't ready for the Reaper to be waiting for him around the corner, and now Lunatic-hai know they're in a 65. They're going to go forward and start the fight off here. Eska throws in the wall and needs to find himself a target to go for as AKM finds Litajun, and now the sound barrier coming in. That was the one ult that Rogue would have had available, and it's going to allow them to press forward a little bit as well. Well, it's going to be a barter grenade required there, but I think Unko already used it earlier on, and now it's going to be the rest of Rogue cut down. AKM stays alive, gets on towards Eska, but still it's a running retreat here for Rogue. They're getting picked up one by one, and Miro well charged up. The particle cannon going to do its due.
This is getting rough now for Rogue. I mean, you have 3 minutes left. Yes, you still have a lot of time to go, but momentum has completely shifted in favor of Lunatic-hai. And look how aggressively they're playing. They're feeling confident enough to hold you at this position, at this archway, without fear of being punished. And they're still managing their ultimate so damn well. Eska has Blizzard. Ryu Jae-hong has his Nano Boost ready to go for Lee Tae-jun if they want to go in. I don't know, Rogue. This is not the team that we expected to come into this. This is a team that's being challenged, a team that's being punished. But let's see, the next engagement is going to come in, the Blizzard being thrown down, people are getting frozen up left and right. And Miro hasn't had an opportunity to pick up anyone just yet. Reinforce going to get caught out, and he's just dead.
Yeah, I mean, Miro can pick and choose. He's actually getting the Nano Boost this time, and he's going to be chasing on. Miro going big, but AKM's causing problems in his own backline, and now Miro needs to respond to this one. Still with the Nano Boost, he's going to bring in the Graviton Surge. It's almost like a one-man army right now. Miro eventually falls, but Toby's able to find wins, and Rogue are nullified. They're removed from the payload, and now the race is on. Vic going towards a McCree here.
Yeah, so they flex. Actually, they can flex McCree to Vic or AKM depending on the situation, because AKM is already on the Reaper. He's already been playing it pretty much the entire time, and he has 25% ult or 25% ult. They want to keep it onto this nonetheless. So they're not running the May anymore. Vic is just as deadly as AKM is on McCree, and we'll hopefully see it here for them. As they're being forced back, another May wall coming again. They completely ditched the payload here. Lunatic-hai are constantly pushing around Rogue.
This aggression, Rogue still trying to figure out how to respond to it, I feel now. Vic hoping for some safe positioning, but Tae-jun coming in with the Death Blossom. This could hurt. Vic going to go down. He gets himself 3 kills. That has got to hurt. It's definitely going to leave a mark. Now Rogue trying to back away. I see Unko running away for about 95% of this game, and it's because Lunatic-hai are not giving Rogue any room to breathe.
And all I can hear in my head is Unko screaming, "Team!" As eventually he will fall, but Rogue, a minute and 20 left just to get the second checkpoint, not to finish off the map. They're already guaranteed to be behind Lunatic-hai and have to go on the defense into the next round if they even complete at this rate. They have the Graviton Surge, they have the Deadeye, they have the Earth Shatter, they have the Nano Boost. Look at Lunatic-hai, they're in such a good position. They're feeling so confident.
Yeah, it's going to be a Nano Boost onto Tae-jun maybe into the backline here. He doesn't even need the Death Blossom. AKM's going to get one though now as well. Eska forced very, very quickly going towards the Ice Block, and Vic picked off early in the fight by Tae-jun. That could be big, but Ryan reinforced and wins. Going to get themselves 2 kills, and Unko staying back. Nicely done here. He keeps himself alive and gives a good account of oneself. Now healing back on towards his team. He's trying to keep AKM alive, and just the healing comes at just the right moment now. They're pushing back. You can see Dean's going to be forced to give up ground. And, I mean, the payload's going to get to this checkpoint, but this is scrappy. This is rough. It's not pretty for Rogue, and they're still behind in time.
AKM gets a kill on a Dean as well, dropping down for the pickup. He has Death Blossom available. He has Unko there to help him out, not to mention them being funneled into a tight area. That Sleep Dart most likely going to be able to connect, but AKM going to go back on the high ground. He's looking to catch them off. It's going to be relatively difficult to do so when Eska is doing a phenomenal job with the walls.
So, the Beyblade strat, as it's unfortunately been coined, is a possibility here for Rogue. AKM ready to go in, and this is pretty standard. It's what you're used to seeing now. It's hard to stop this man. He's shielded up, he's nano boosted, and he's jumping into the backline, ulting. The problem is that the rest of his team are getting crushed here. Tae-jun and Eska, 3 kills between them, and AKM just has to hastily back away with his tail between his legs. And there's a wall in the way, and Eska finds him. What a finish, and AKM is 6 feet under.
1 minute, 25 seconds left to go for Rogue. Javic's going to have his Deadeye, but Lunatic-hai are charged up another Nano Boost. Dean, Earth Shatter ready to go, and Lee Tae-jun is feeling so comfortable playing on the high ground to punish them if they do push up too far. Tavik has been majorly the focus for Lunatic-hai to take him out of the equation, and they're going to be going for it yet again. Lee Tae-jun, you can see off towards the left, top left, no one's paying attention. He's going to get jumped on here. Tavik has to be careful.
Deadeye just to zone out here as well. He's going to struggle to get any real big kills away. It's going to be Nano Boost used on towards Dean. Now he's coming forward. Earth Shatter comes out. Doesn't really catch too many people. No, 3 players from Rogue actually go down. Tavik manages to find Eska, and now there's a hell of a lot more work to do. Wins. He's put to bed. He's taken down, and even Unko going to fall. Tavik to fall as well. Less than a minute left for Rogue here, and now things are getting desperate. This is not what they expected. They thought they were going to walk into this tournament and easily be at least one of the 2 top teams. They didn't expect Korea to have produced such an incredible talent, but now the reality of their mistake hits them full on the face.
98% on Mira on the Graviton Surge. Wins is going to have his up as well, but the thing is with Lunatic-hai, the ones who have been forcing the fights, forcing the attacks, will Rogue have the opportunity to force the fight they want to? Tavik switch over to Tracer. He's trying to be more mobile. Both Graviton Surges have come down. The Reapers are going towards the back lines, but who's going to come up top?
Well, Tae-jun going in there as well. He's going to get himself just one. Unko is the pick-off. Tvik's gone towards the Tracer now, and that's desperation. If it's not, I don't know what it is. Now Miro just moving around the payload, looking for Nox here mostly, trying to pick him out. Sound barrier already being used earlier on by the man himself, and Tvik having just to skirt around the outside of this blizzard now. 5 seconds remaining. Eska to fall. Miro goes down, and Rogue have a few players to push forward here. Enough at least to get the payload moving at full speed. But now this fight is going to occur in overtime. That means if Rogue, if they even finish That means that all Lunatic-hai had to do on the next half is actually get 1 point. Tvik gonna have to recall out of that one. He's not quite picked up. He was put to sleep. Now the pulse bomb gonna come down.
They messed up with the combo. They could have easily taken him down, but now he's still being such a big threat. Ryan Reinforce is able to pick up the kill on Miro, and a second on deletion. Tvik is still not being taken care of. He's still in the back line, but the nano boost being put on the right. Is it gonna be enough? Dean's gonna fall. And so Toby and Rogue, by the skin of their teeth, will complete the first map, but with no time left.
If you are Rogue right now, you are not happy. This is not the way things were supposed to go. Full of confidence, they walked into this arena, and now the grim realization of exactly what they're up against, Jason, has become apparent. Because they finished that map in overtime, they don't have a chance to attack now. All Lunatic-hai have to do with the 3 minutes or so left in their bank is capture the first point. Smiles are off. Now is grim determination as Rogue need to hold on and weather this storm, and the Koreans, I'll tell you what, it's all Rogue can do not to get blown away so far.
Keep in mind, guys, if you just joined us, if you haven't been with us for the last 2 days, the way the rules work here, if there's a tie on a map, which we technically could have happen if Rogue defend for the full 3 minutes and 41 seconds, we'll be going to a full replay of the map.
That's the best they can hope for right now.
From scratch, exactly. Which has got to be daunting to a lot of the Western teams as well. I'm not sure how it works necessarily in Korea. That's not how we normally play in the Western scene. So that's going to put a lot of stress, a lot of frustration on the team in general. Even alone, obviously that's the best case scenario for you, right? Is put it into a redraw of the map. But you don't want to have to go through that all over again when you got completely stomped out.
Well, Jason. Here we are, Lunatic-hai are poised to take the first map in this best of 3. All they need to do is capture this first point. 3 minutes 40 on the clock.
Toby going for a cheeky little Widowmaker pick, trying to make something happen off the get-go. And Rogue going to be sticking with the Mei and the Reaper. Nitasia going to be back on Roadhog like we saw on the first try. Let's see, they're going towards the cinema. They're going to push back in again, so they don't give Tvik really a chance to make this wall work. Oh, he gets hooked in! He gets taken down immediately here. The wall's going to come down to support this one, and now AKAO's going to fall. Lunatic-hai on the first attack. Are they going to do this?
Yes, they are. I think they will. 2 kills for Yu Hong. It's going to be Nox and AKM fall down. Eska can just walk up and get the kills now, trying to freeze down on towards wins. He shields himself in desperation, gets no energy from that, and there's a Reinhardt with his hammer halfway up his behind. That's not ideal at all. Rogue have been shunted straight off. This map is definitely going to go to Lunatic-hai now. The wall comes up as well. There will be a chance, at least for AKM to challenge. He's going to fall pretty much straight away. Tvik throws himself at the point, straight in towards that ice block, but he's going to get killed in a few moments anyway. Trying to back away, but it's just a landslide. It's a landslide of Lunatic-hai kills on the scoreboard, and they're going to take the first map. Hello, Korea. Welcome.
And Mitch, that confidence that we know Rogue had coming into this entire event. We saw them day one when we got here at the LAN Cafe practicing. We asked them how a scrim's been. They said pretty good. I'm not really feeling too contested by any of the teams here. But did they play Lunatic-hai? Because if they did, they cannot say that same answer anymore. That was outstanding. That was phenomenal to see how clinical they were about everything. Resource management, focus. It was all spectacular.
See here that moment. I mean, I've got to be honest here. Eska, you see a lot of main players actually like to just drop the Blizzard on themselves and fight amongst it. Eska throws his Blizzard right in towards the back line of the enemy team. And although it can take him a little while to get to